What does it mean to be Scottish?
What does it mean to be Scottish? It means you're in the spotlight at the moment because of the political situation, because of the referendum. It means you have the feeling that maybe the world is watching just a little bit more than it had been in the past.
It means wherever you travel in the world, people always want to talk to you because people love Scottish accents and people always know about Rangers and Celtic, and Scots always have friends in the world.
Yeah, and I think the difference when you leave Scotland and people ask you where you're from is most Scots say they're from Scotland maybe rather than from the UK or from Britain, and it's definitely a conversation starter, like you said. Everyone knows about Scotland, even though it's a relatively tiny country in this great big world. We've been all over and people always have something to say about it, and that's pretty unique, I think.
Is that because we're well branded? Or how's that come about? Do you think it was always like that? Do you think, where have we got this reputation from?
There's so many great inventions have come out of Scotland.
That's true.
So much good stuff.
They talk about whiskey.
Photography is right from the very beginning of photography. Scotland was right in there in the first few years. No? Is that not?
I believe it was, yeah.
Not saying you were there, but
my granddad, my great granddad. Yeah, no, and television and all that kind of stuff. So great technical inventions, but I think more importantly the cultural exports that we all like to point to, whether it be the writers or the artists or whatever. We're all obviously very proud of all that stuff and can reference it. It's a diaspora thing as well. It's how many Scottish names you find around the world, and
from America to New Zealand.
How many times Scottish names pop up in great cultural movements and political movements? Some, not all for the best, but by and large, I hope so.
I think also Scottish exports, whiskey and golf, have gone all over the world. You know?
Yeah. And I think the landscape is something as well that we're all familiar with, and it's something that people talk to you about when you go overseas. They talk about Scottish hills, and it has a kind of romantic, kind of far away or homeward thinking kind of feeling for a lot of people.